Happy Friday! Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is our new segment, or my new segment that I'm posting up on my YouTube channel, hopefully every Friday, and it's if you like this movie, you'll like this book, or something vice versa, where if you like this book, you'll like this movie. I figured that not a lot of us tend to go out on a Friday evening. I know sometimes I like chill Friday evenings where I just kind of go home, relax, go on my social media feeds, and curl up with a movie in the evening towards my bedtime. So if you're like me, then this video series will definitely help for you. I tend to stay in a lot more during the winter and the fall seasons because it's just too cold to go out, but summer I go out. So, you know, this is up for you to use for your own purposes. Maybe on a Saturday you want to hang out by yourself, then this will still work for you. But for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try to upload one video every Friday, giving you a recommendation for a movie to watch or a book to read for the weekend. So let's get started. So this week's recommendation is Kissed by the Rain by Claudia Winters, and this book was a book that I read back in 2018. I actually have a physical copy of this book from Thomas Allen Sons, but I don't have it with me right now because it's currently being piled underneath a lot of books that I have. It's just like all my books are always piled under, so I can't find it for you, but I promise you I do have it and it's gorgeous, and if you ever have the chance, do go buy it because it's one of my favorite novels in 2018. It follows this girl named Josephine, and she's a very successful lawyer. She has her life together. Like, she is the one person that you want to be. So she recently got engaged and she thinks everything's gonna go smoothly, but her family's like, the marriage will fail if you don't have your grandmother's lucky ring. And so she doesn't even believe in the superstitions, but she's still trying anyways. And she finds out that her sister actually stole the ring and went traveling and backpacking in different parts of like countries in Europe and things like that. So she's like freaking out. So she has to go travel to go find this ring. So hopefully that her marriage to her fiance will last. And along the way, when she travels to Scotland, because that's where she tracks down her sister, along the way in Scotland she meets this really like gruff and like really like pessimistic baker, and he's like, you know, like, why are you being so silly, like, and he's making her doubt herself constantly and challenging her to think in different perspectives, and also to think like, maybe I'm not that attractive to my fiance and I'm actually more attracted to the baker, you know? So the book was fantastic. I believe I gave it almost 5 out of 5 stars. If not, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars or 4 out of 5 stars. And I loved it. So if you like the movie Leap Year starring Amy Adams and Matthew Goode, then you'll definitely like this book as well. If you guys are unfamiliar with the romantic comedy that blessed my soul when it came out, Leap Year is basically about Amy Adams' character who is wanting to be engaged to her long-term fiance, who is a successful surgeon. So she's a stager, so she stages houses for sale and makes sure that the house looks presentable so that there could be a buyer for the house. And Amy's just like not having it anymore. She's sick and tired of waiting. She wants to move on to the next stage of her life, which is marriage. So she decides to venture out and meet her fiance in Ireland to propose to him on leap year, because she heard that like there's a myth where like the girls are allowed to propose to you on a leap year date, and then she goes there thinking this is silly too, but she strongly believes it because she wants it to work out. And then she meets Matthew Goode's character, who is like, you're full of shit, you're being silly, like this thing isn't, you know, like if he's not proposing, something's wrong, like it should always be the guy that's proposing. But like we're just ignore that like feminist standpoint. Like, you go girl if you want to propose to your fiance, like nobody's stopping you, but it's just the character itself. And she's not having it too, and they have this severe love-hate relationship. The movie was fantastic. I mean, I remember me watching it for the first time and I actually thought it was kind of boring. But then the second time I watched it, I was like, what was first me doing? Like, I was doing it wrong or something, because I ended up loving it so much more. The scenes of Ireland was just so beautiful.
And Amy is gorgeous, Matthew Good is sexy, and
like, it was just a good movie overall. I just remember there's this scene, well, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but there's just this scene where they have to pretend kiss, and I just loved it so much because it was just so cute, and I was like, I wish somebody could pretend kiss me. Okay, well, that sounds a little sad. But anyways, so that wraps up this week's recommendation, and these videos are going to be a lot shorter than the rest of my videos, simply because nobody needs a 10-minute video of me talking about how hot Matthew Good is. And also, you know, I'm not a movie critic. I can't really tell you much about movies except for the fact that I like the shots in the movie and I like the movie overall.
the movie made me feel good.
You know? So if you enjoy this style of video, if you want to learn more about recommendations for the next week, make sure to subscribe and like this video. And I'll see you guys again next week. Bye!
Can't let you go. I can't let you go, no. 우리 운명적 감 걸어겠죠.